Welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be a very fun video piece. Today we're going to be talking about my top 20 sets I personally invested in for 2024 and I thought would do the best. So I put together this list. Now this video isn't going to be like, here's my lowest 20. I pretty much kind of threw stuff into the list, so it's just kind of a mixed scramble of my top 20 sets. So before I do start today's video, if you guys are watching some of these Lego sets I'm going to be talking about later in today's video, and you guys are thinking, I need to pick up a copy before it goes even better in the secondary market, you can if you want. I'm not giving investment advice on this channel. I'm just kind of giving my opinion on these sets. And so, before we start, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you do not miss our video, and please like this video. There are so many Lego sets to talk about, so let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Now we're going to be starting with kind of the Star Wars selection. Now, to be honest, I had no clue this Lego set sold out. I was kind of getting this list ready for today's video last night, and I happened to pull up this, and I was like, yay, it sold out, because the other day ago, it was not sold out, and I was thinking, well, this Lego set isn't going to be great to invest in. So, now, this Lego set is $70. It's not gone on many sales this year, so let's go ahead and see how it's doing on eBay. Now, 85, 70, 65, 70. Now, this is stuff for sale. So, usually as a Lego investor, I like to see how stuff is selling. So, we got one selling for 55, 70 exactly. But it looked like they got 20% on that one. About 70 there, 85, 75 with $7 in shipping. Then we got a 77. So it's selling for about MSRP. It's not selling phenomenal. It's not selling for something like double its price yet. But I really feel like after a long hold on the Lego set, it'll do very good. Now, I ended up getting 2 copies of this Lego set, and I really feel like it's going to be, just kind of what I was saying a second ago, a very long hold, about a year, maybe 2 years. But I feel like once a few years have passed, it's going to be an amazing investment. So, going over to the other helmet piece, if I'm going to be talking about Princess Leia, I got to talk about Cody. So, this Lego set is $70 also, but I've seen this on some insane deals. Pretty much every day it is on another deal. Amazon always has deals. Target, yeah, Target here and there. Kohl's, I've gotten 1 copy off of Kohl's before. Now, I ended up getting 2 copies of this Lego set also, and I really wish I would have gotten multiple. But at the end of the day, I put the money towards Brickheads, which I'll be covering a lot later in today's video. But it's still in stock, which is not good. Let's go ahead and see Amazon. Now, what's interesting is it is not being sold on Amazon, which is funny, because yesterday, when I pulled up this Lego set, it was 13% off. So, see buying options. Let's see how much it's actually selling for. Yeah, so it's selling about $70. So, that is interesting. Yeah, about $70, which is MSRP. Then let's go over to eBay. $15. That's interesting. So, let's go ahead and see how much it's actually selling for. There it is. Alright. So, 51, 48, so about 50 so far. About 50, 40, 50, 60. So, it's selling under MSRP, which is not good. That is not good at all. So, that one will be more of an, let's hope it does good. I really feel like kind of the sales and how much Lego actually produced of this Lego set, it's going to be a little bit of a harder Lego set to sell. But I really feel like at the end of the day, it's still going to do phenomenal later on once it actually does retire. Now, I have to add a battle pack to this list. Battle packs are one of my favorites. Actually, I ended up picking 10 copies of this. And let's go ahead and see how it's doing. So, it looks like it is sold out on Lego.com. The main MSRP on it is $20. Lego ended up putting it 20% off. I think it was a little bit before Black Friday. I think, yeah, it was a little bit after Black Friday, a few weeks after. And so, it was actually, I was actually going to school that day. I was going to my first class, and I ended up kind of scrolling through some of these Lego sets, and then I ended up trying to place an order there, and then I ended up getting 2 copies then, and I think I might have ordered some later on that after school. So that was a fun experience, but I ended up getting some good promos with that, checking out eBay. It's doing pretty good. It's $32. Little bit expensive for kind of looking through them. Looks like a lot of people are kind of selling it in packs. They're selling that for $62. They're selling this for $16 with $7.12 in shipping. They're selling that for $20, $13, $5. Wow, I should get that one. Well, oh, but it's $10 in shipping. So, 35, 30, about 50. There's that. But like, at the end of the day, it's not selling amazing. Let's see how much it's actually selling for. $11, $12. Okay, so it's selling for about MSRP. $15 there, but they're paying about $5 in shipping, so it's about MSRP there. $12 with 7 bids on it. And so I really feel like it could do okay. Now, here's the problem. Even though it did sell out on Lego.com, it is still being sold everywhere. It has been on sale a lot, about 20% off everywhere, which those sales are not happening anymore. It's selling for MSRP on Amazon, Walmart, and Target. So all of them, that's selling a little bit more. That was just added this morning. So last night it was actually selling for $20, now it's selling for $25. So this one is selling too, and it looks like you can even get some in stock. So that is interesting. Not good, but at least it is selling for about MSRP on eBay. I really do feel like it's going to take a very long time to kind of wait to see how it does. But I feel like after a long hold time for about a year, maybe a year and a half to 2 years, somewhere in that area, I really feel like it's going to be a great investment. Now, going over to ideas, we got the typewriter. Now, I ended up getting, so there's so many Lego sets, I had to pile stuff into a pile. I ended up getting one copy. Actually, I got this for kind of a Christmas present, which I was so excited about. I do feel like at the end of the day, $250, wow, that is overpriced. Now, this is the part that confuses me. When on earth did it go 20% off? Because pretty much all the Lego sets I'll be talking about went on some kind of deal on Lego.com. I mean, I've searched so many times to find these deals. So these deals must have been like 20% off, here's 2 copies, and then boom, it sold out instantly, which is weird. So, I mean, at least some people got it 20% off, but I really do feel like it's still an amazing Lego set. It's $250 MSRP, and I was actually watching some videos of some other Lego investors talking about this Lego set, and some people were saying after like 10 years of holding this Lego set, it could come up on hitting $1,000, which is unbelievable. So, let's see how much it's going for on eBay. Okay, so far, looking at stuff that's like listed, 400, that's the most we'll be seeing in today's video, but 400, 350, 400, 250, 300. Now that we've looked over the stuff that's listed, let's see how much it's actually going for. So, about 330, 350, another 350, 300, and is that one built? I mean, it looks like they built the Lego set, so maybe they're selling it for the built price. That could be interesting. 300 with $50 in shipping from Canada. Wow. So 350 there, 310. So it's definitely selling above MSRP for 250. Now I think I did end up getting when I was trying to get this one for Christmas present, I ended up just saying that here it is, it's 7% off here, and I was just kind of crossing my fingers. So I'm hoping they got that deal. So that could be interesting, but even if I would sell that, I'd still be making a little bit of a profit. So there's that. Now going over to Amazon, let's see how it's doing and selling on Amazon. 400, 415, 415, 415, 416, 420. So it's selling about 400, which is really, really good. So let's go on to the next Lego set. Now, if I'm going to be talking about the typewriter, I'm going to have to talk about the globe. Now, I ended up getting one copy of this. Now, I ended up getting this as a gift too a few months ago, about middle of the year, about, I think it was maybe May when I got the Lego set. But this looks like it went 20% off also. So that means it was just a really brief deal. If you guys happen to get this deal, you're very, very lucky, because that deal lasted for like a second. So let's see how it's doing. It's selling for $230, which is very expensive. It looks like it's selling for about $300 there, about $280, $260, $290 there. Let's see how much it's actually selling for though. So looks like we got some tires. Okay, so but those are more 32 bids. Wow. So 300, about 380 right there, but there's also $20 in shipping, about 400 there. That's crazy, but that's from Japan, so that's about $60 in shipping. That's very crazy. About 300 including shipping. So it's about selling for about 300, a little lower than 300, somewhere in that range. So if you'd sell it now, you'd make a little bit of some profit, but at the end of the day, you still have to do shipping. You still have to deal with fees and all that fun stuff and taxes. So going over to Harry Potter, there's not many Harry Potter sets I'm going to be talking about on my list, because lately I just kind of feel like the Harry Potter sets have been just lower. They're still good, but they've been lower lately. So I ended up getting, wherever I put this Lego set, I put it somewhere. Well, oh, here it is. I got a giant pile of Lego sets right next to me. I got 2 copies of this, so I'm very, very excited about this. So I'm just going to say it's selling, the MSRP was $90, but I ended up getting a few sales. I feel like it was 20% off a few times here and there, but I feel like Target had it 30% off quite a few times. I don't think I got mine on sale much. I think I mainly got mine off of like double points and GWPs in those times. So I still saved a little bit of some money, but let's see how it's doing. Now, I'm just going to say, of all the Lego sets I'm going to be talking about, this one has performed one of the best. So, it was 90, about 135, 160, mix of a ton of them. So, well, it's 2 of them actually. So, 200 there, 240, 235, 260. Let's see how it's actually selling for. Now, 150, 160, about 75, Australia though. 130, 140, 160, 90, so that's MSRP there. 160. So, it is actually coming up very close to doubling its price so far. And I really feel like after holding this Lego set for a few months, maybe like 3 months or so, that could be one of the best investments for 2024. Now, going off of Harry Potter, we have Indiana Jones. Now, there are 3 sets that were retiring. Pretty much the entire line of Indiana Jones Lego sets retired this year, which is disappointing, but at the end of the day, it's still very exciting for a Lego investor. Now, first one is going to be the Fighter Plane. I really feel like this one's good. I ended up getting 2 copies of this, or I think I ended up getting 1. I got 2 copies of the next one I'll be talking about, but this one was 35. Let's go ahead and see how it's doing. So it's going for about, there's 40 to 45, so about somewhere in the 40 range. Now, how much is it actually selling for? 50, but that's from Australia, and they're paying about $100 in shipping. Wow, well, that is insane. But we got $40, so it's going for about $40, $35, somewhere in that range. 24, 80 there. That is really good. But I really feel like this Lego set is not going to perform amazing the first few months, but I really feel like after maybe like 6 months of holding this Lego set, it could be a very, very, very good investment. Personally, I really feel like if I would have known this Lego set would have done good, or kind of heard more hype around this Lego set, I really feel like I would have gotten like 10 copies, but I'm still very, very happy that I ended up getting 1. Now, the Escape from the Lost Tomb. Now, this Lego set, this is the one I got 2 copies of, which I'm very, very excited about. Looks like it went on a brief sale, about 20% off, but it was pretty much 20% on Amazon, I'm going to say Walmart. I don't think Target had it on sale much, but I think I saw like 20% off on Target like once throughout the last 12 months. But there's that. Going over to eBay, I really feel like it's going for okay. Looks like that one's listed for 120, which is crazy. Looks like it's going for about 55 there, 40, 50, 70, 40, 50, 60, 120 there, but that's kind of the mix of both of those. Let's go ahead and see how this one's doing. Looks like the minifigure just sold today for $70, which is awesome. Really, really good for a minifigure. Plus, that could add a lot of value to the actual Lego set. Looks like that one came from Australia too. So, about $30 in shipping. We got $40 including shipping right there. $50, $30, $45. So, it's not selling amazing for the MSRP being $40. But at the end of the day, if you would happen to sell it maybe 2 months, you can make a pretty good profit. Now, that the winter season's kind of rolling in and Christmas just happened, this Lego set is up there in the icons. I really feel like this one has performed amazing, especially that it sold out and then there's a ton of demand about it on eBay and all of those, so the price ended up going way up, and I really feel like now it could sell for a fortune next Christmas. So the main MSRP is $100. I ended up getting 2 copies. Nope, I ended up getting 1 copy. I was hoping to get 2 copies there. So, a little bit disappointed I wasn't able to get 2 copies, but at the end of the day, very, very happy that I ended up getting 1. But it's going for about $100. So, it looks like it went 20% off very briefly at the very end of its retirement. So, that's interesting. Looking on eBay, it's going for about 140, 190, 140, 150, 140. Let's see how it's actually selling for. Looks like about 120-ish, 110. Here's a great mix of stuff. So there's that. But that is interesting. I wonder if that's a mix of all of them, but I doubt it. Going down a little bit more, we got 110, 140-ish, 130, 135, 125, 120, but there's also fees and all of this, so a lot of these people aren't going to be making a great profit off of it, but I really feel like it could do good. Next one is going to be the architecture one. I really feel like out of all of the ones that have retired, they're not very good this year, but I feel like the Taj Mahal is up there on probably my top 10. The reason why is because they've made so many in the past. I really feel like pretty much all of the other ones were bigger sets, and I really feel like since this one's a lot smaller and it's a lot easier to display, I really feel like this one could have a lot more popularity in the retirement, because people are not going to want the giant one. They're not going to want to spend like $1,000 on a huge one. I feel like 120 is still overpriced, but I really feel like it could do very well. Let's see how it's doing. Now, this did go about 20% off here and there over the year. I think I might have gotten mine for about $95 out of the main MSRP being $20. So it's selling about MSRP. We got 170, 165 there, 110, 130, $3 in shipping, 120. Let's go ahead and see how it's actually selling for. We got Hot Wheels car there, 115, 100, 120, more Hot Wheels, 130, 105, 150, but that's has about $25 in shipping. Now, this one sold for about $96 with $56 in shipping from Australia. So it's selling a little bit lower than MSRP, but now talking about the postcards, I ended up getting a lot of this and I just ordered more. I think I have about 5 of these, and I just placed even more, so I don't even know my official count, but it ended up going on sale, so I ended up getting this sale with the promo on it too, so that is very, very exciting. It's going for about 15 MSRP. Going over to eBay, let's see how it's doing. $32, 35, 30, kind of well, 25, 30. So it's selling for about 30. Well, it's listed for about 30. We got $30 right there. So yeah, there's a mix. It's going for 50. So I mean, it's going pretty good so far. For the MSRP being 20, and it's going for about 30. You're still gonna make a little bit of profit off of it after fees and all of that. But talking about the next one, Beijing, I really feel like this one could do very, very good too. I do feel like I could be wrong. Let's see how it's actually doing. So I'm pretty sure, I can't think of it from the top of my head, but this one sold out first, and then a few days later, the next one sold out. So this one, same thing. I got the same deal on this one, so I'm very excited about that also. So main MSRP is 15. Now it's going for about, there's 50 listed, 25, 25, 25, 30. Let's see how it's actually selling for. So 50, that's kind of like the mix of it. About 25, 20, 20. So about MSRP, maybe a little bit lower. So what was that other one? Okay, so yeah, they're both doing pretty good. Talking about Disney now, we got the villain icons. I ended up getting one copy. Very, very heavy Lego set. I really feel like I wish I got a little bit more, because if you guys are kind of involved with like the Disney stuff, they are starting a Disney villains show in Disney World, so I feel like there could be a little bit of some hype around this Lego set in the beginning. I really feel like there's not going to be much hype from that show, but I feel like there could still be some hype here and there, maybe some Lego sets selling from that. But it's selling for about $30, 130. I wish it was 30. So it's not horrible, but it's definitely overpriced. I think I got mine full price, but on I think I spent points to get it pretty much completely free with a promo too. Let's see how much it's going for. Looks like it's selling a little bit lower, about MSRP though. So we got some crushed boxes there going for 90. It's definitely selling lower than MSRP, which is not great. Let's see how much it's actually selling for. 110, 100, 120, 100. So yeah, it's selling for about MSRP, which is okay, but definitely disappointing. Now, Peter Pan and Wendy's flight over London. Very, very excited about this one. I do feel like out of all of the Disney Lego sets, I kind of feel like this one kind of falls under the diorama area. So I feel like there could be some problems in that area, because dioramas have not performed that well. Kind of comparing it to Star Wars, but it doesn't say diorama, so maybe that could do a little bit better. I do feel like out of all of the Disney mini collection, I do feel like they don't do very well, but I do feel like after a long hold time, these could do very well. Which is interesting is this one went on sale and pretty much sold out within a few hours, so definitely good in that area. Let's see how it's actually doing. Oh, I did not say the MSRP. The MSRP was $60. We got 45, about 60, 40, 52, 38, 50. Let's see how it's actually selling for, because so far it's not doing great. Now, there were a few times throughout 2024 when Lego did put it on a brief sale here and there for kind of like, I think they put it on a sale for Easter. There was definitely a sale on that at the beginning of the year, but that could hurt its value a little bit. But I really feel like other than that, it did not go on sale much. So there's, yeah, it's selling for lower than MSRP, about 40, about $50. So I feel like this one, once again, this one will definitely be a long hold time, but I ended up getting 2 copies of that. So I really feel like after a long time, it could be a very, very good investment. So going on to the next Lego set, we got Jurassic World. Now, this is obviously from the Jurassic Park series movies. I think this was from the first movie. Same with the second one I'm going to be talking about next. But I ended up getting 2 copies of this one. I'm very, very excited about that, because I ended up getting a ton of the Jurassic Park stuff very, very last minute. But very, very happy about it. So it ended up going on a very brief sale for 20% off, but most of the year it was 20% off all over. Amazon had it pretty much the entire year. Walmart had it. I don't think Target had it Kohl's did it a few times, but I think I actually got one of my copies from Kohl's. I forget how much the sale was. I think it was about maybe 30% off maybe. But $50 MSRP. Let's see how it's doing. Okay, so we got 55. We got about 50, 45 there. 50, 55. So let's see how it's actually selling for. It's going for about 35 with about $12 in shipping. 60 there, but that's from Australia with $50 in shipping. $50, $6 in shipping, $57, $8 in shipping. So it's selling for about MSRP, a little bit lower than that, but I really feel like after a long holding time, it'll be great. Now, this one, the whatever that says ambush, I really feel like this one could do very, very well. I end up getting 3 copies of this one. Same with this one. It was 20% off, so I got pretty much all of mine 20% off. I don't think I got promos off of it, so I ended up just buying all of them off of Walmart, and I think I might have gotten this one off of Walmart, I think. Yeah, so let's see how it's actually doing on eBay. So we got about 20 there, 25, 25. I forgot to say the MSRP. The MSRP is 20. So it's selling above MSRP, not much, about MSRP, but we got 32 there. Let's see how it's actually selling for. 30. That's really, really good. We got 20, 30. That's from Australia. 20, 24. We got 15, 24. So it's selling a little bit of above it. So that's pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and roll into the Brickhead selection. I ended up getting 6 copies of this one. Very, very excited about that. I really feel like this Lego set came out of nowhere. I really feel like Lego ended up throwing it on their last chance to get list very, very quickly. Now, it did not sell out instantly. It took a long time to sell out. Yeah, I think it just sold out, like, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago. I think it sold out a little bit before or after Christmas. It was somewhere in that area. But let's see how it's doing. MSRP on that was $10, but I got that same deal on it, 20% off for $8 with the promos under it too. So that could really, really help it. It's selling for about 14, 17, 15, 17, 17, 18, 30, or 26, 26, I'm rounding up. We got 22, 20 there. So I really feel like that could do pretty well. Let's see how much it's actually selling for. But is there only 8? There's only 8 that are under this, and one of them is a Christmas tree. So I feel like there's not a lot of sellers under this Lego set, so that could be bad, but also good. I really feel like maybe there will be more hype around this Lego set later on. Now, I would have not gotten many copies on this one, but I really feel like I'm pretty sure the movie did very, very well. I've heard a lot of mixed feelings about the movie, and I really feel like I would not be surprised if Disney did a second movie to Encanto. So I really feel like I'll probably hold on to mine a little bit longer. I'll probably sell half of mine and keep the other half. So I really feel like once that second movie comes out, if there's a second movie, these sets could skyrocket in price there. Now, talking about the Phantom Menace, I really feel like this one will be an amazing investment. Now, this one went 40% off for a few weeks, pretty much for Black Friday, 40% off. It is $55 MSRP. I know a lot of people that got multiple copies of this on 40% off. I ended up getting 6 copies, so I have 6 copies with me right now, which I'm very, very excited about because I'm a very, very big fan of this Lego set. So let's go ahead and see how it's doing. So now I'm just going to say the 40% off will hurt its value price, so it's not going to do amazing, but it looks like we got 54, 52, 40, 50. Let's see how it's actually selling. So I really feel like for pretty much everyone that did get it 40% off, if you'd sell it right now, I really feel like it could really, really help you make a profit. If you ended up getting it like stacked with GWPs and a lot of stuff with that, you could make double your money, which is really, really good. Now, this is nice, benefits charity, so that could probably help, which it did actually sell yesterday. It's selling for about 55. We got a mix of both of the Star Wars ones that I'm pretty sure the top one retired last year. This one just retired like a week ago. 70 there. We got 53. We got bags for whatever her name is. We got 40, 46. So it's not doing amazing. We got a lot of bids on a lot of these. So I really feel like that could be a little bit of a longer hold time. But talking about the Tusken Raider, I ended up getting 2 copies of this. I really feel like I was waiting for it to go 20% off, this exact deal for Black Friday, but it ended up retiring. Like, I think it was like 3 weeks before Black Friday even happened, so I was very, very disappointed and mad about that. But I'm also very, very happy I got 2 copies of it, so that could be very, very good. So, MSRP was $10. Now, if I would have known this went 20% off for like 10 seconds, I would have gotten as many as possible. If I would have gotten that deal, I probably would have gotten like 12 copies. But going over to eBay, it looks like we got about 18, $6, 9, we got 14, 20, 10, 12. Let's see how it's actually selling for, because those are just things to buy. We got 17, $10 right there, but $8 in shipping. We got 20, 25, 17. So it's definitely selling above MSRP, which is very, very good. I really feel like over time this will be an amazing investment, but I really feel like I'll probably be holding on to mine for a little bit longer. Now, for the very, very last set of today's video, the 20th Lego set, which is going to be this amazing Lord of the Rings Lego set. There were 4. It was very, very hard to kind of put this on the list because all 4 are beautiful Lego sets, but I ended up getting the most of this one. I got 6 copies of this one, and I ended up getting 5 of the one that was 15 MSRP. This one was selling for 20 MSRP, went 20% off, which I got all 6 of my copies with, plus the GWP on it. I think there was like 3 at the time. $16. It after 20% off, it went down to 16. Let's see how it's actually selling for. Looks like we got 25, 35, 50, and that's free shipping. We got 30, we got 30, 35, 150, but that's all 4 of the Lord of the Rings brickheads. We got 40, just a lot of assortments of all of them. So let's see how much it's actually selling for. We got 28, but that's also with $12 in shipping. We got 155, but that's all 4 of them. We got a mix of the 2 I was just talking about. We got 55 on that one, $100 for all 3 of those ones. A lot of those. So it's selling for about 30. Looking at it, yeah, so about 30, somewhere between 28 and 35. So that's really, really good. So I really want to hear your guys' opinions. How many copies of some of these Lego sets did you guys get? And are you guys going to be winning on these Lego sets? Are you guys going to be selling them like right now? I really want to hear what you guys are planning to do in the comments below. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. So please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you do not miss our video. And please like this video. I just want to give a second to thank you all for watching today's video and supporting the channel. And I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace.